I know I'm recording on the webcam right now. I'll edit it down so that you don't see me on the webcam anymore. The webcam is going to be gone. You will just have webcam audio. Yes. But yes, I want to give you a perfect example of what all the playable races are like. Don't mind me, I'm staring at the camera right now. I'm just trying to figure out what to do right now. But I'm beating around the bush again. There are 8 playable classes, I believe, or races, I believe, in Skyrim.
That's wrong!
I hope they would keep all of the races. If not, that'll be very disappointing, but irregardless, I'm currently looking up right now what all of their stuff is good with. But right now, let's start off at the very beginning. The most basic class that anyone that has played an Elder Scrolls game knows about. The Imperial. And right about now I would be putting up a picture of an Imperial woman, I believe. I don't think they have any pictures of Imperial men yet. But I'll be putting up pictures of both genders, even though I'll be playing as a male, most likely. But yes, we're the Imperial. They're pretty much the most basic class. They're like the main human, like the American class in the Elder Scrolls universe. They're very good in they're how should I describe this to a non-Elder Scrolls person? Basically, they're able to talk with people very well, and their main weaponry type thing would be with blades and stuff like that. They would be a main attacking force as far as that type of stuff goes. Both the males and the females get a boost in personality, which is basically talking with people, etc., etc., etc. But both male and female also have a decrease in agility, which is basically being able to move agilely, if that's even a word. It's used mainly with bows and stealth, etc. And it also makes you be able to make your movements flowing and everything, and it's not really the greatest course to go down for the Imperials. The Imperials are more of I wouldn't say they're a stealth class, because obviously they have a decrease in agility, which is basically the main class for stealth class type people. But everything else is basically normal. They have average endurance, average intellect, which is basically what you use for magic, etc. And they have a base. Everybody has base luck, which basically affects everything in the world, such as crit chances, just anything you can think of. Luck has something to do with it. Don't ask me how, it just does. Then speed is one thing that differs among the two classes. I don't know how it works in Skyrim. It's probably the same, but the male Imperials have more speed than the females, but only by about 10 points or so. And they both have a base 40 strength, if that makes any sense to you at all. I bet probably doesn't. It's basically average stats in strength, and the male Imperials have less willpower, which is basically another magic skill. It governs how much resistance to magic you can really withstand. It's basically like the magic defense, whereas intelligence is magic offense. Think of it that way. But now that I've got through most of the classes and everything, let's move on to our next race of people, which... who should we choose next? Let's go for the Redguards. The Redguards. They weren't introduced until actually their very own game, honestly, which didn't come out until after the second game in the series. So,
That's also wrong!
So, they didn't get introduced for a while, but they're basically a beefed-up version of the Imperial. The Redguards, where the Imperials have lowered agility, they have regular agility. But the Redguards are also more bulky, like they have more endurance than most other classes. They actually, that's their main stat is in endurance. Both the male and females both have the same base endurance. But intelligence is where Redguards... Well, intelligence and willpower are both very low on a Redguard. Redguards are basically made for hack and slash, in an essence. They were meant to get up close and beat down on something. And everything has base 50 luck in the beginning, which is just basic. But the Redguard's personality, the males actually have less. I don't understand that, but don't. If any of you want to explain that to me, go right ahead. But they have average speed at best. They don't have anything special about it. And the male's strength is actually higher. So I guess it kind of works out. Because where they have lower personality, they have higher strength. I don't know. The females have less, though. So they have average. So yeah, doesn't make much sense, but we'll go with it. So basically, the Redguards are an attacking class, like barge in and take a bunch of hits and deal out a bunch of damage too. But on to our next class, which is the final of the human classes and the main race of Skyrim, the Nords. And this first picture I'm going to show you is a picture of a Nord archer, which, do not do that. Nord archers are never good. You can do it, but I wouldn't recommend it. They're average at best with bows and everything. I don't know why they have a picture of it. You can make any class you want, but mainly Nords are another hack and slash class. Oh, wait, I was wrong, though. I was wrong. There is one more human class, which we'll get to then, but I don't actually have a picture of the Skyrim version of it. I just have a picture of the Oblivion version of it. Sorry, they didn't release any pictures for them.
That's also wrong!
But, yes, back to the Nord. The Nord basically has base agility, base luck, and base speed. Nothing special about it. It's basically it's a lot like the Redguard, honestly. Except it has a lot more downsides to it. Where the Redguards both were focused more in endurance, only the males in the Nords are focused more on endurance. And Their strength is, though, both the males and the female Nords are both 50, which is pretty good. But then again, this is all off of Oblivion's details and everything, and I know this is going on for a very long time. I can't really check on my actual webcam thing, and whoa, I didn't even realize that my microphone moved over there. I am sorry about that. But yes, and basically everything else, the magic skills are lowered. Intelligence is both lowered on both male and female, whereas only willpower is lowered on the males. And personality is also lowered, which, if you've ever met a Nord in the games, you can understand why. They're not nice. Most Nords, you don't find a happy Nord too often. It might just be because it's so cold in their homeland, but yeah. Irregardless, now on to the class that I had forgotten about, and I am sorry about that, but the actual magic class of the humans, the Breton. The Bretons are basically your mage class in the humans. It has lowered agility and lowered endurance, and the males have lowered speed where the females have lowered strength. And they have basic luck and personality. So, their strong suits, obviously, are in intelligence and willpower, which, as you can tell, are both the magic skills. Which, personally, I never liked a Breton. The Bretons are kind of horrible, as I have explained. They have lowered agility and endurance. They're the only class that has double of the lowering, except for a couple others, which are the beast races. But they're probably the worst out of the humans, considering that they're the only mage class. If you really wanted to make a mage, we'll go more into that later. But yes, that's basically the Breton. I'm sorry about only having a picture from Oblivion. They didn't release the picture for Bretons in Skyrim, and they might not have it. So, if you're thinking you want me to be a Breton, have a second choice in hand.